What's good, everybody? Today I'm gonna be doing my way too early playoff predictions for this upcoming NBA season. I'm really excited for this season, man. I think this might be the most entertaining season in a while for the NBA, man. So let's get straight to it, man. So I'm gonna start with the Eastern Conference. Coming in at number one, the Boston Celtics. So we all know the Boston Celtics have a great young roster led by Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, and most likely they'll win a championship in the next 3 to 5 years as long as they stay together. And my only problem or advice to them, or not advice, but what I think they'll have a problem with is minutes. They have starting caliber players, so I don't know where all those minutes are gonna go and how they're gonna allocate the minutes to each player. So we'll see, you know what I'm saying? I guess we just gonna have to find out, but I'm pretty sure they'll still be number one seed easy, and they'll be representing the Eastern Conference in the NBA championship. Coming in at number two, we got the Toronto Raptors. To me, in that trade, they got better. I don't see why people are just disregarding them in the Eastern Conference. And another thing, I don't see why people say the East is going to be not competitive. I think the East might be more competitive than it was last year, honestly. So, but back to the Raptors. As long as Kawhi is healthy and he's playing to his full potential, I don't see why they're not a great team. Like, they won 60 games last year, or did they? Well, if they didn't, they almost won 60. To me, they won that trade, and we'll see what happens. But I think they'll be the second seed, and they're going to make some noise in the Eastern Conference, definitely. Coming in at number three, the Philadelphia 76ers. So the Sixers, they lost a few shooters. They lost Bellinelli, but I think they lost Ilyasova. But, you know what I'm saying, they got a good bench player back in Wilson Chandler. And for the most part, I just see them being the same team as they were last year. And that's not a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Them being the same team isn't a bad thing. Ben Simmons will continue to develop and be, you know what I'm saying, he'll continue to develop. So as long as they stay healthy, they should be good. And again, they'll make some noise in the East. So that's another team that'll make it competitive. Coming in at number four, and this is a big one, the Indiana Pacers. To me, they had maybe the best offseason sneakily, if that's a word. But yeah, they had a great offseason. Added Tariq Evans. They added Doug McDermott, great shooter. They added Kyle O'Quinn. He's a solid center. But yeah, and then they drafted a great solid point guard, Aaron Holiday from UCLA. And they were already good. So to me, yeah, they definitely have a solid team, and they'll make some noise in the East, like I said again. So, yeah, Indiana at number four. At number five, the Milwaukee Bucks. The reason I put them at number five, I don't think they're better than Indiana. I think they're kind of the same. Their team didn't really change much. They got a good player in the draft in DiVincenzo. And Giannis, you know what I'm saying, he's going to do what he does, continue to develop. Chris Middleton's a great player. But I just don't see them being any better than they were last year, you know. So, Milwaukee at number five. Coming in at number six, the Washington Wizards. They're just a mediocre team, man. And it's like they have the talent to be good, but I just don't see them being any good this year, honestly. John Wall, great point guard. Bradley Beal, great scorer. They have a solid starting five. Otto Porter. Who's their four? I don't know who their four is, but Marcin Gortat. Well, now Dwight Howard, I would think. Dwight Howard should start over him. So, yeah, they picked up Austin Rivers, but, they're just mediocre, man. I don't know what it is about them, but they just always seem to underachieve. So, Washington at number six. Coming in at number seven, you got the Miami Heat. You know, around this spot, the seventh spot is the same team every year. Miami. Who else you got? It used to be Indiana, teams like that. Milwaukee. All these teams come in around this slot. Miami, they're the same team. Solid point guard, Goran Dragic. They're very well coached. Eric Spoelstra is a very underrated coach to me, and they play great defense, but they just don't have enough. Yeah, they won't really. They'll probably. Who did I put as number 2? Toronto. Yeah, Toronto will probably get them out of here easy. But yeah, Miami at number 7. And for number 8, this is kind of my sleeper, but I'm gonna have to say the Chicago Bulls at number 8. Now, the Chicago Bulls also had one of the best off seasons this year, starting with the NBA draft, Wendell Carter Jr. He gonna be nice, man. He gonna be real nice. I'm saying. Then they picked up Jabari Parker, who I've always been a fan of. I think he can be a star in this league one day. Zach LaVine, same story. Think he can be a star. Lauri Markkanen, he's on his way to being a star as he continued to develop. Chris Dunn, solid point guard, plays defense. And they got a good squad. Antonio Blakeney, off the bench, Denzel Valentine, Bobby Portis, Justin Holiday. They have a good young team, and if this team stays together, the future is bright for Chicago. It's very bright. As I said in the beginning, I think the Celtics will come out of the East, but it's gonna be competitive. I don't know why people think the Celtics are just gonna run through the East easily. It's gonna be competitive, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Celtics didn't come out of the East. That's my pick, but if they didn't come out of the East, I wouldn't be like what? Like in the West, if the Warriors didn't come out, I would be surprised. But in the East, yeah, it's competitive. So my pick is the Celtics, but if the Raptors come out, does Philly come out, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if any of those 3 teams came out of the East and went to the NBA Finals. So we're just gonna have to see. I'm very excited for this upcoming season, man. I don't think I've been excited ever. And that's my 8 teams for the Eastern Conference NBA playoffs. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. More NBA content coming soon. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all guys tomorrow. Thanks. Oh, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications because I will be posting NBA content daily. Thanks again. We out.